All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostle of the great millstone, our teachers, and salutations to the Akim, the teaching the truth of the folk on the earth, showing sincerity, man. So this is a quick lesson, just going to keep a good report, man. I have good patterns of work, Salakia, and go into good report too, man. But we have to have patterns of good works, man. Meaning doing your videos, going to class, being diligent, man. Because these things was what necessary, man. You don't want people slandering your name. And Ecclesiastes say a name is more precious than fine gold. Than fine ointment, Salakia. So a good name is good, man. Oh, that brother is good. That brother, oh yeah, that brother be on point. He with it, yeah. And that's the pattern we should be. Because guess what? We are being set up to be good leaders, and a good leader need what? The lead. So they looking for you to be on point, to be that example, man. What to do, how to be, where to go. Because all these people is looking for a leader. That's what nation of Israel was seeking, man. And they forgot the Lord was our leader, man. Asking for a judge, a king, man. But let's get into these scriptures, man. This Salakia for the long intro. Uh, oh. Say, man. Titus. Right after. That's longer than I thought, man. So, like, it bear with me. Lord of my mind. Satan don't want this scripture to come out. This Titus. I dropped it, man. The fuck, Titus 2 and Salakia, Akim 2 and 7, and all things. Salakia, verse 6. Young men likewise exhort to be sober minded, man, and that's what we're supposed to be. Try to strive to be sober minded, not too much focus, right? It's saying all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works and doctrine, showing Salakia and good works and doctrine, showing incorruptness, gravity, sincerity, showing sound that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part might be shamed, having no evil thing to say of you, man. And that's the point, man. And when we out in this world, these people should not be able to say anything about us, man. That brother changed his life. That brother is seeking the Lord, bringing out the scriptures. That's what these people say. Don't let these people have something to lean on, to be like, because that's what Esau gonna do. Esau is gonna try to lie on us, just to make things up, to make us paint us in a bad light. So don't add fuel to the fire, man. Because that's what these people want, man. They want us to get carnal. They want us to fall out, man. This 1 Timothy 4 and 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word. And that's what we gotta be. We gotta be true, the ones that believe in the word of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, in conversation, meaning our conduct, and charity, bringing brotherly, and spirit, always what? using the spirit, being using wisdom, man, and faith and purity, man. And these things that a man of the Lord shall always have, man. Especially in this evil present world, man. Walking with walking with wisdom, man, and not letting Satan, because guess what? Satan is plotting. Satan are still trying to get you out the truth, but you don't let those things get you down, man. You keep pushing towards the mark, like Paul said, man. This first Peter Salakia. It's First Peter 5, verse 2. Feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not being constrained, but willingly, not for fickle lucre, but as a ready mind, man. And that's what we're supposed to be. Ready to feed the flock. Showing the flock of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, the right way. Especially the man that's around us, man, right? Verse 3. Neither as being lords over Yahweh heritage, but being example to the flock, man. And that's what's key. Because if you got that a good name and got that good report, got that patterns of good works, someone is always want to come to you. They're going to ask you certain things, right? But if you're not being diligent and you being slothful, being a nigga, why would they want to come to you? Think about that, man. We are set to be true leaders of the world. So guess what? We got to have that good pattern of work. Always cutting off the old man. Always battling in the truth and sincerity, man, in your heart, man. And ultimately just growing up. Putting off that old man and growing to that new man. So that you can have that pattern of good works, man. And being diligent in the Lord, serving the Lord, man. It's time just to grow up, man. And grow up, man. This Colossians 4 and damn, man. Let's start it. I'm gonna just read verse 5, man. It say, walk in wisdom towards them that are without. So we should always be walking with wisdom, man. Always, when you get into a jam, use wisdom, man. Don't get carnal, man, because too much carnal can show the folly and the personality that you are in. But if you're walking with being spiritual, like King Solomon, man, he was one of the wisest men on the planet Earth, man. He always carried himself as in a manly manner, man. All the disciples and prophets, man. Right? It say, season with salt that you, Salakia. Walk in wisdom towards them with art, them that are without, redeeming the time. And remember what time we living in, man. We living in bad times, man. Evil times. Verse 6, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that you might know how ought to answer every man. Because if you showing that pattern of words are always getting angry, no one gonna really want to talk to you. They already know that you carnal. Because anger lies in a bosom of fools, man. We got to learn how to rule our spirit. But that's all going to what? Growing up and have them good patterns, man. Because if you had a terrible pattern of anger and self-control in the world, it will trigger down to the truth. That's why we got to constantly do better, man. Work on ourselves. I just got a couple more scriptures. And Lord willing, I'm going to close it out. I don't want to make it too long. And I feel like I made the point. What was the lock? This 1 Thessalonians 4 and 12. They say that you might verse 11, and that ye study to be quiet until you do your own business, man. And sometimes, man, step it back. Be in this truth, not alone, but alone, man. Sometimes get your say what? Examine ourselves. Get yourself right, man. So that you can build yourself up, man. It say, as we commanded you, that you might walk honestly towards them that are without, and that you might have lack of nothing, man. And that's the point. We shouldn't lack anything, man. Paul said that we can do all things through the strength of Yahweh Shai, man, the Lord. So when you falling, or you got certain problems, man, you pray for it and work towards those things. Oh, that brother really changed how he used to be. And that's how you start that good patterns of work, man. You work at the bad things that you used to do, man. This 1 Timothy, back in Timothy, verse 3, chapter 3, verse 7, and I'm going to close it out with this. It say, moreover, he might have a good report of them that without, least he fall into approach in the snares of the devil, man. Because guess what? The devil and Satan is working together trying to bring you down. Bring you down, man, so that you won't have them good patterns. So that you won't have a good report. So because these people is always looking for a way to slander you. And we don't add fuel to fire, man. So with that, we don't give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of the Great Millstone and to the Icon. Shalom.